Yo, what's up, everybody? You know who it is. I ain't gonna say the name on this one, but it's your boy MC from MCTV, aka my real name is Marcus. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. So if you know who I really am, y'all know who I really am. But I was talking to my girl about Lincoln Park and about Chester Bennington, and somebody who came up was one of my first best friends in my life ever in a school setting, and his name was Trevor. I don't mean to put him out there like that, but I remember his name, I remember his face, and I remember us as young boys, in our Rexford Longfellow Elementary School, doing whatever we do. But he was my best friend, and I was his best friend, and he was one of my coolest friends I ever had in my life. You know, um, every time for show and tell, we were in third grade, second grade, probably damn near first grade together, and that's. But I remember at this time the most memorable year was me being in third grade, elementary. That's when the whole 9/11 thing occurred. I don't even know if we both had the same classes every time. I don't know how it all went, but there's all these memories of him being my best friend. I remember going to my locker, putting my stuff in. He was maybe a few lockers away or some shit like that. But we was truly best friends. We was always happy to see each other and say what's up. I think we always kind of knew that we had this type of awareness and consciousness to each other. And that's what made us navigate to each other because we came from different families. We was two different people, but we had these weird, eerie similarities, and I don't really know what it was. I ain't gonna tell y'all the whole shebang bang about everything we went through right here on this one video. But I just remember him. I'll tell you one thing about him. He probably stood out to a lot of the adults, and if he didn't, I'd be surprised. When he would come to show and tell and everybody else was showing off their teddy bear or their favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card, or fuck it, Yu-Gi-Oh wasn't even out back then. Showing off their favorite freaking regular table card, or some little Play-Doh thing they made. No offense, that stuff was all cool and intriguing, and I loved getting to see the versatility and diversity amongst all the different students that were there. But Trevor would bring some homemade, sun powered, sun paneled, broken apart shit from a computer that was reconstructed into a whole different robot that was operating by itself to show the class. Literally leaving me dumbfounded. And if anybody else wasn't dumbfounded, I don't know what they were looking at. But this dude was a freaking genius at the age of third grade and probably before. First day I spent my night at his house, I had an awesome time with him. Was it a perfect time? No, because I was always peculiar with other people. But dude was my best friend, tried to make the best of it. His mom was there, holding it down like a real mom does. And I didn't know her very well, but what I seen of her, she was an amazing person, and she did a great job of raising her son. But when I went to his basement, that was his playground. And in that playground was nothing but a mass, a true mass of just wires, gears, motors, batteries, electronics, broken apart electronics, TVs, computers, remote control cars, car pieces, anything you can possibly think of. So much of it, it looked like mounds and mounds and mounds. And for my birthday, he gave me a gift. Until this day, I miss that gift. It was my favorite gift that I ever had. Probably out of all my birthdays, I appreciate my loved ones and my family, but what Trevor gave me at that age that I was at, for my birthday meant so much to me. He gave me this weird gadget. I remember this movie. I think it was it called Mr. Gadget? Ironically, I don't know, but I Spy or whatever it was. Not I Spy. It was like some gadget guy, right? It was a really really old movie when I was young. I'm getting close to 30 now, and back then I was in third grade, so it was around that time that I could remember that type of movie. But it was this little square looking metal hunk with like crowbars hanging out of it, miniature crowbars like Allen wrenches almost. Little gears with little like I wouldn't say spikes, but the curvatures were like gears. Other little like things on each side of this square, robust, maybe rectangular, squarish, you know, type of shaped thing that was operating all on its own. I think if I were to press something, all these things would start turning in different directions, all on this one piece of like cube block of metal that was compiled of wires and other things, gears and motors that I couldn't necessarily see inside, but it was like self-operating. And I brought it home and I had it for about a day. And I was asking my mom and dad ever since then if I could find that thing again. I could never ever find that gift again. It was to this day the most unique, unusual, but also exciting, surprising gift I had ever gotten in my life. Trevor Shutt, if you ever see this, and if you ever remember me, I remember that computer that y'all buried in y'all's little sandbox from that church in your backyard. If you ever see this, reach out to me, man. I'd love to see you again and have a conversation with you at the age that we're at. I don't know what happened to you. I looked you up on Facebook. I couldn't find you. I'm not a stalker. It's just every human has memories, and I always remembered you, but I can never find you. I know your name and all that. Like I said, I'm not stalking you. If you ever see this, I doubt you will. It'd be nice if I could see you one day again and just have a conversation, see what happened to you, see what you turned out to be, see what you turned out to be like, man. Till then, y'all take it easy. Subscribe to MCTV. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Somehow it came across my mind here, reminded me of Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park, and that's how this all happened. He used to spike his hair at school, and I always thought that was kind of cool. See ya!